All right, thanks. Let's try this again, and I'll talk real fast. Appreciate the opportunity. So this, as mentioned before in the introduction, that I've worked with our business school because a lot of this stuff isn't going to work unless it's economic and we can convince people that it's economic. And so what I was excited about is this idea of turning waste to energy. And it started with a project. Daniel Gehrig worked for Phillips Petroleum, came to Duquesne to do our MBA in sustainability, and they teamed me up with him. And the whole point was, I asked him, he said, is biodigestion to produce natural gas an alternative to drilling? And of course, when someone from Phillips Petroleum, they don't really believe that. Well, he came back, he says, Doc, I don't believe the numbers. And I'll leave you with this. The total volume of methane produced from just two types of quote-unquote waste, what we generate every year growing pigs and cows can produce technically 1.18 to 8.83 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. That's 1/3 of what we currently drill for. Okay, so I said it works, it's a potential, okay? So of course, you start doing some more research, and we're looking now at the predictions from the EIA that, again, waste energy is going to be a larger and larger potential, and it makes total sense, right? I mean, we're not going away, we make waste. When you consider 40% of our food waste, we have to change that, but nevertheless, 40% of the food that we produce gets wasted, okay? And we don't want to put it in the landfill. So what's a biodigester? This is an example of one. I've been working with a company called Quasar. I'm not getting any financial benefit from them at this point, but anyway, they're a really cool company. They started in 2006, brought back technology from Germany. What makes it different from the biodigesters that currently are operating in Pennsylvania is that it's a two-stage. And the secret is that in the first stage, it converts everything from fats to organics to greases, liquids, etc., and even human waste into acetate, and then that's fed into the second stage with we call them methanogens, but anyway, they converted high efficiency, that acetate, to methane, and they're getting upwards of 70% yield of methane, which can then go into either a generator, or it can be cleaned up a little bit and then sent into the pipeline or compressed into CNG. So this is one that's actually operating in Worcester, Ohio. This is working on food waste. They have another one that's tied in with the waste facility, the municipal waste facility, and it's generating its own electricity, and half the electricity to generate for the drinking water facility. So again, in my mind, there's not a wastewater facility that shouldn't be doing this. And in fact, most wastewater facilities that were built in the 50s and 60s had biodigestion as part of it, but it wasn't to make methane, it was to get the right consistency for the aerobic digestion. So they can be retrofit. And again, just this one here, everything from manure to biosolids, they work with Dannon, they use whey. So you can get mixed waste, and again, you alter that first stage to optimize the acetate production. We use this as a model for Pittsburgh, but again, what are the basic outputs, and given the time constraints, basically you can use food waste, you can use human waste, but basically you can get heat, electricity, or CNG. And as far as Indiana is concerned, you've got a major university here. You also have hospitals. So for Pittsburgh, we saw that there were over 150,000 students. They can participate and do their job. We had 30 hospitals, and it's not the people in the hospitals, it's the people that visit them that generate a lot of the waste. And of course, we have 4 major sports arenas. And I have to say, from being in Pittsburgh now for 26 years, it always hurts me to hear that Cleveland is doing it. Okay, after every game, anyway. So basically, the last thing to leave you with is this just came out. Portland plant, turn waste into fuel. They figure they're going to build a $12 million plant, but they're going to turn it into CNG, and they figure they can get their investment back in 3 years. Thank you.
Wow.